Okay, top 10. Here we go. This is the fun stuff. It is, what's today?
June 22nd.
June 22nd already?
Yeah.
June 22nd. I'm Shawn, owner of Comics Elite.
I am subordinate Drew.
This is Drew. We are doing our top 10 best books of the week. We just posted our Mez and Skip It. It was guys, there's a lot. Go check it out. There's some good books in there. You still want to watch that video, and the books are in there for what not to buy this week. So we count down the top 10 books of the week. Mine, it's especially important this week to understand this. A lot of my top 10 is based on spec. His is based solely on readermanship, right?
Story, engagement.
So there's some books in here. I'm gonna talk about them. I wish they weren't in my top 10 because I didn't like the book, but there's a key factor to it, so it's in there. Okay. So without further ado, let's get started with our top 10 picks. So don't forget to win my picks. I can't show you yet. To win my picks, all my picks, you have to be subscribed to the channel. You got to like the video and then comment your like number and then just drop a comment in there about like, hey, looking forward to this one too. Or you guys are freaking idiots or love the video. Thanks. Whatever, man. Just give us some feedback.
And we get all those. Actually.
Yeah, we actually do get all those. We don't care, man. Let us know. Okay. So number 10, you ready?
Let's do it.
Let's keep crack-a-lacking. Number 10.
Master Vader 13.
Ooh, okay, that was in my Mez.
Yes, it was.
And I got MFKZ. Go for it. You start.
Vader v IG-88.
Yep.
Yes. Now, the one moment you're talking about, you talked about in the last video, it's like, wait, what?
Last video I talked about, there's a moment,
Yeah.
there's something happens to Vader, and I'm going,
yeah,
that doesn't seem right.
Yes.
At all.
Yes.
But then you kind of explain, you're like, oh, okay, I can forgive that sin.
But what Vader does to IG-88 later, I laughed my ass off.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It is hysterical. This was fun for me. Had a good cliffhanger. Art is solid. It's a recommend for me. You'll have fun with this if you like Star Wars.
So this is a very unique book. Okay?
Absolutely.
This was in Drew's. Was it your Skip It or Mez?
It
was his Mez. There's a lot of story to this. Drew mentioned that in the previous video.
Yep.
There's 3 issues of this in one.
Absolutely.
There's 3 really solid covers. I chose this one because, obvious reasons. I chose this cover. It's very unique. It's fresh. It's new, which is the same as well, not really the same as unique. Different. It's all these things. It's something refreshing. When I read this, I was like, it's not the easiest read.
No.
It's not the easiest read because you're kind of like, what's happening?
Where is this
Especially
going?
after the first like 5 pages, you're kind of like, I'm not sure what's going on.
Yes.
But then by the time I got to the end of the second part, I like these characters. I'm invested with the characters, the flame-headed dude, the black-headed dude. I'm like, these are really, it's like an adventure. It's like one big long adventure. I really enjoyed it. I really liked it. I was like, this is fresh and unique. And it's strange characters in LA living their life. If you've ever been to LA, you might enjoy it a little more. LA is not the glorious Hollywood you think it is. It's a shithole, especially Hollywood.
Yep.
But anyway, I really enjoyed this. It's a big, solid, heavy book. They're all going to get good grades if you want to get yours graded. High quality printing. I really enjoyed it. It's a solid number 10 for me. All right, number 9. Number 9.
Spawn's Universe.
9?
Number 9, yes.
Okay. So I'll start this one. Vinyl. Again, it's a number 1 from Image. Image number 1. You can tell they put a lot of care into the art in this book. The art there's a lot of big splash pages in it. The story is told in a very non-traditional manner. It does kind of jump around a little bit, but I followed it very well. I'm very intrigued by the story. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fresh and different. And it's a number 1 from Image. A bunch of new characters, new story. There's always key factor there. I still want to know what the hell was going on in the first 3 pages. And when am I going to get to see more of that? Because the first 3 pages, you're going, what is going on?
Yeah.
And then it totally changes scene. And I think it's building up to what's happening in those first 3 pages. But can't wait to read this next one. Super excited about it. I really enjoyed it. Spawn.
All the covers for this are fantastic.
This is the Campbell Gunslinger cover?
Yes, this is the Campbell Gunslinger because I love the Gunslinger. So my this would have been higher, but I tried to understand this main story. But someone may have to explain it to me. Like, it felt like nothing really happened in the main story. It just more or less kind of continued from the previous issue of Spawn. But they don't really explain how the Gunslinger and the other medieval Spawn get there. And like,
yeah, so so this is still coming up for me.
But
I'll talk a little bit about it too. I get what you're saying.
Yes.
He's
overcomplicating it when it should be a much simpler story.
Yeah, they could have eliminated some stuff that was going on. When you get to the explanation page, when Cagliostro, they finally explain what he's doing and what happened, you're kind of like, oh man, this is why this Spawn showed up, and that's why this Spawn showed up, and he's been planning this and planning that. You're like, oh man, like, but that takes you a while to hit you.
But for me, the best part of this, to me, hands down, the very end with the Gunslinger Spawn. Holy Santa Claus shit.
That was pretty cool. So there's 4 stories at the end. Is there 4 or 3? There's She Spawn, Medieval, and Gunslinger.
Yeah.
So there's 3 spawns at the 3 stories of each spawn at the end.
Brett Booth's art in that is flipping amazing. I fucking loved it.
Stunning.
It's going to be amazing. I cannot wait for that when it comes out, as well as Medieval Spawn, but Gunslinger Spawn. If Brett Booth is doing the art, I'm there. Take my money now.
Yeah. I'll talk more about that later. So that's number 9.
Yes.
Number 8. Number 8 is really great.
Detective Comics 1038.
Man, I wish I could have put that in there. This one caught me so off guard. Black Friday.
Oh, I did read that. I forgot to grab that. Yep, I did read it. It's damn good. Yes.
It's so good.
Yes.
I was kind of on issue number 1. I wasn't too into it. Issue 2, I thought
it ramps up.
You're picking up a little bit, but number 3, it's full steam ahead. Holy crap. I wish the weakest point of this whole book is the art.
Yes.
Oh God, the art is just, it's supposed to be like have a horror theme to it, feel to it, and it does. But the art just felt sloppy. It felt quick. It felt lazy. There could have been a more talented artist, could have had some more details in there. But this story is just really good. Big twist at the end where you're going, damn.
It's like, whoa, it went there. Holy crap.
Yeah. I was shocked by this. And I had no intentions. I thought it was going to be a throwaway book. I picked it up like, ugh, I don't want to read this. And I was going, wow, this is a top 10 easy. This bumped other books from my top 10 because it was so good. Okay, go for it.
The cover by Bermeo is flipping great. And his
this is Detective 1038 for Drew.
His art is only getting better. His covers are just getting better. It's great. And Victor Bogdanovich's art in this is flipping terrific as well.
Yeah, the art is really, really good.
And Mr. Worth, he's going to stop at nothing for revenge in this comic.
That guy is a beast.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's just going to and looks like he's just going to let the city burn. He wants the city to burn down. And never trust a man named Vile. All right? All I got to say. Never trust a man named Sinestro or Vile. This is a fun issue with terrific art. Recommend.
Yeah, it just didn't make my top 10. I totally agree with you. You should be reading Detective right now. Super solid story.
Yes.
Okay, next.
Number 7. Heroes Are Born.
Number 7. Okay. I hated this book, Gamma Flight. I hated everything to do with it. There's the first appearance in it of a new Gamma character. She could die the next issue. I don't know. There's a different version. It's got to be a different version of a existing Hulk character in here. I've been wanting to see for a long time, but it can't be the version that it's supposed to be because remember when back in Hulk, when they put on that General put on that suit, the Abomination suit, and it had like the claw fingers coming out right here. The character at the end, not gonna spoil it for you, he shows up and he has the claw fingers. Don't ignore that. So it makes me think it's just somebody wearing a suit of that person possibly, but it's a key. There's two major problems I have with this. The abomination, the absorbing man is not written the way it should be. Yeah. And I don't know. I felt like this was more about empowering the females and the transgender scientists than it was about being true to the characters, who they are and how they would react in certain situations. I thought it was also pretty boring, but there's a key to it. That's one reason why it's in here. I hate that this is in my top 10 because I hated this book, but there's a freaking key in it. Go for it.
Hero's Return.
Oh, yes.
Number 1. Yes.
Yes.
I love this cover. I love the playing card connecting covers are fantastic. It brings me back to my youth because I have all those cards at home. If there's one thing I disliked about this, it's the Starbrand baby. It's just she's the Scrappy Doo level of annoying in this comic.
Okay.
As well as her power level. It's like obnoxiously powerful.
Okay.
It's like to the point you don't even need the Avengers if you have her.
Okay.
But get to the great things, the good things. Solid fights. There's a huge cliffhanger at the end. I hope Marvel comes back to.
Yes, please, please use that.
Hopefully they allude to something very huge. I hope it happens. And at the end of the day, I'm sad that the Squadron lost because I really liked them. And you can sympathize with Nighthawk and Hyperion in this.
Yeah.
This wasn't their fault. This was all Coulson's.
Yep.
It was not the Squadron's
and Mephisto.
And Mephisto, yes. I hope we see them again real soon. I really do. I'd rather read about them than the Avengers with the Star Brat. So, yes, solid read.
I'll save my thoughts more on this one for later. But I agree with you. All right, next. We're on 6.
6.
Number 6.
Action Comics, 1032.
Oh, I love that.
Yes.
Infinite Frontier. You hated Infinite Frontier. I loved Infinite Frontier. I think there's a lot of key factor in here where there were a lot of cameos of some characters before. We're finally getting their names. They're starting to have dialogue. There could arguably be said, make the case for its full first appearances for some characters. We're bouncing around the multiverse again. We get a pretty cool version of a character at the end. I'm super excited to see a Black Lantern version of a character. I'm excited to read more about. I really like this Infinite Frontier. I'm enjoying. Drew sick of the multiverse. I'm greatly enjoying the multiverse.
Oh, it's Omniverse. Sorry, it's Omniverse.
Omniverse, whatever it is, the verse. I love it. That there's a bunch of them. There's President Superman is like part of this. What they call themselves, the something justice, it's whatever it was. A new league.
It's what Grant Morrison did in Multiversity. Yeah. To
make them defenders of the Omniverse. I really enjoyed it. I think it was great, fantastic, and I think there's a lot of key factor to this. So that's why it's up in here. I love this too. Go ahead.
Yes, Action Comics 1032. The Tedesco cover is awesome. Love it. My one gripe, no comic is perfect. My one gripe about this issue is that Superman shouldn't feel bad about trying to remove someone's chains when they're in chains. And Lois should never make him feel guilty about doing so.
Well, he felt bad because of her reaction.
Well, if he sees someone in chains, I'm going to try to remove those chains.
Which he did.
Yes, he did. And Lois browbeat him for it.
Yeah, because of her reaction. Yeah. He's like, hey, you shouldn't have taken those off. It's like, yeah.
But I still would have removed the chains, tried to remove the chains regardless.
Yeah.
It was just, yeah. But there's a big fight with a water monster, and Superman gets a vision of what could be in store for him in the future.
Yes, that was cool.
Yes, it is. And there's an interesting standoff between the U.S. government and Atlantis in this.
Very interesting standoff.
Yes, and this is very fun, very interesting. The art is fantastic in this, especially the Batman scene. Yes. Terrific. High recommend. Can't go wrong.
I loved it too. Yeah. It was in my mez because I didn't have room in my top 10 for it. All right, number 5.
Batman Superman 19.
I have Reptilian.
Oh, that's higher for me.
Okay, so well, this was a skip it for me.
What? Wait, what? Batman Reptilian?
No, the Batman.
Superman, okay.
So this one here, the art is just jaw dropping art. This is probably arguably some of the best interior art that's been done this year in a comic. It's that good. It's that good. Liam Sharp looks like he poured his soul into this art. And he mentions in the beginning of the book, he did it for Steve Dillon. Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah. A mega talent, inspiration to many. And Liam, it shows. Wow. Just I almost have chills right now just thinking about that art. It is that good. I can read the story for some pages because I'm studying the art. I had to go back and be like, I forgot to read the words. that Garth Ennis wrote, who is amazing. So this is building up to probably be the Batman series, maybe even the series of the year. You can see where Garth is going with the story. It's dark. I hope, knowing Garth Ennis, it's as dark as it could be. And the art is fantastic. I loved this book, and I'm super excited for more. It's a spot foil cover. I'll show you the cover as Drew's talking about this crappy comic. I'm sorry, his comic.
Batman Superman 19. I love both covers for this issue. I love the Ivan Reis one more. The big letdowns that Ivan Reis isn't doing the interior art for this, but it makes sense because the way this series has worked, they go through different film cells, and there's a different Earth. So in this, you have multiple artists. It's a different film cells, a different artist. You have, I think, Kyle Hodson one, and
Hot shows up in one. Yeah, I was like, this looks like Hodson. It was. That was really cool.
Yep. What's interesting is that the concept of this is a guy trying to make a perfect world should be what Infinite Frontier is. This should be what Infinite Frontier should be. But this crazy AI trying to make the perfect Earth. And our heroes hopping from Earth to Earth.
Yeah, but that's not the theme of Infinite Frontier.
No, it's not. Yeah. It's exactly right. But I believe this should be the theme of Infinite Frontier.
Gotcha.
That's my idea for it. So it's the dynamic duo and Superman hunting down the auteur through different film cells, which to me is a lot of fun. And we get the true origins of the auteur, and it's kind of sympathetic to me. You see what his origins were like, and I love the cliffhanger in this. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy this. Every issue of this has been a lot of fun for me.
I'm just the reason I had on my skip is I just feel like it's getting old.
Not for me. It's just fun.
It is fun. I agree. I was over it. Maybe I'm just in a grumpy mood today.
It could be. You read a lot.
Okay, number 4.
Shadow Man, Part 3.
I didn't even read that. Okay, Sword. Yes. So much cool stuff happens in Sword. So this is almost like Planet X-Men Part 2. They're on all these people from the universe, the entire universe are being shown what the X-Men did to Mars. Some of them are like, whatever. Like, why should we be impressed? Like the Shi'ar Empire. Why should we be impressed? Right. And then somebody from Earth shows up and is like, I demand to know who speaks for what they call Soul, right? I think they named Mars Soul. Who speaks for Soul? And then the person that shows up, I said wow probably 4 times. I was like, whoa. I was like, wow. Then I read it and I was like, yes. It was so freaking good. I loved it. I loved it. There's a great speech between Captain America and Dr. Doom have a moment in here. I love this. I was impressed by Sword. I haven't given a crap about this book until right now. It was the perfect after book for, unlike most of the other X-Men books that have been throwaways with this Hellfire Gauntlet crap. Planet X-Men changed everything, and this is like part 2 to it. I loved it. I loved it. If you like Planet X-Men, get this and read it. It's super good. Go ahead.
Shadow Man number 3. I love the Howling movie poster variant for this. Oh, yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. The interior art, once again, it's flipping tits. I love it. John Davis Hunt was born to draw this series. It's horrific and action-packed. Love it. So Shadow Man's been injured and rendered weaponless by someone connected to the LOA who's taking the LOA out of people and using that power of spirits to hunt spirits as well. And as a key, I think this is a new villain. Villain, the pallbearer. It's the pallbearer.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Sounds like a wrestler.
I know, right? Yeah. That's what I thought so, too, yeah. And he actually carries around coffins in this. It's
boy. Cool.
Yeah. So this ends with a pretty creepy vision of things to come and how utterly outnumbered and outgunned the Shadow Man is. So, high recommend. A lot of fun. Awesome art.
I believe you. Hey, if you're into Valiant, pick it up. I just don't care about Valiant stuff. I've never been able to get into it, and it's my weakness in my comic armor is Valiant. Okay. If you like Valiant, get it. Number 3.
Number 3. Robin, number 3.
Man, I did like Robin a lot. Okay. I finally read Stray Dogs. Finally. I've been trying to read it. I finally said, Drew, I need you to find me issue 2 and 3. I had number 1 and 4 and 5. I read them all. I freaking cried.
Yeah,
I freaking cried over this stupid comic.
good night, everybody. I'm gone.
Yes. 24 years in the Marine Corps. I've seen a bunch of shit, and this goddamn comic made me cry. It's so good. It's so well written. And the art, Trish, everyone's raving about this for a reason. Tone with the layouts. Man, this is just a home run all the way around. It's a fun comic. It's also scary. I felt stressed for the dogs. I'm stressed. I'm like yelling at the comic, almost like, no, do this. Oh man. And then the twist and oh my God. Yes. Stray Dogs is so good. I'm probably going to I can't wait for the trade for this to come out. So I'm going to buy a bunch of them and I'm going to hand them out to my friends and family. Go read this, go read this, go read this, go read this. I dare you to not cry reading this. It's so freaking good. Hats off to the Stray Dogs creative team. It's fantastic. I loved it. I regret not reading it as it came out, but I'm glad I finally got on board for the last issue. It is so good. I loved it. I loved it.
We're recording this, right? We're recording?
Yes.
We're recording.
We're
recording. Okay.
We're recording it. All right. Go and talk about Robin.
Robin, number 3. I love the Connor Hawk cover.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
It's fantastic. It's great to see him again. We haven't seen Connor Hawk in I don't know how long. Just it's amazing.
All right.
I love how this opens up and what his assignment is for the evening. He just has to be a kid. He has to have fun.
Yeah.
And we get a little tease that a certain individual may be on the island.
Yeah.
If you pay close attention.
You pointed that out to me, and I was like, I glossed over that, but it could be.
Yes,
it very well could be.
Yeah. If you look closely. Yeah.
I didn't take it like that, but I'm glad you showed that to me.
There's a terrific, funny, and heartwarming scene between Damien and Connor bonding over their fathers.
Yeah. It was great.
Awesome. Yeah. Great job.
It was great.
And I don't want to spoil what happens next, but wow.
But wow, what an ending.
This series has been fantastic so far.
That last page.
Yes.
It's like we're setting up for a thing we've been waiting for so long. I want to see that interaction happen.
Yes.
No spoilers. But yes, you got to get Robin. I loved it too.
Do it. Do it.
Okay. Number 2.
The dose.
Number 2.
I got Batman Reptilian.
Oh, so good. Heroes Reborn. Or Heroes Return.
Heroes Return.
Heroes Return. I picked this cover also because I picked this cover because just wow, look at that imagery on there. Power Princess, Gleason cover. Man, that is a great image. That's a great image.
I almost grabbed that one. I was like, oh, it's damn good.
This scene doesn't happen.
I wish.
But
oh, man.
But wow, that's an icon. That's an iconic image. I don't want a t-shirt of that.
Yeah, I know, right?
So, dude, we didn't talk about this, but what about that art from Ed McGuinness?
Yes, terrific.
In the interiors in this. Yeah. There are splash pages in there. Thor fighting Sentry. Wow. Like, I want a poster of that thing blown up the size of this Legacy poster, a big vinyl poster of that. Captain America and Sentry. I want another poster
Hyperion.
of that. Or Hyperion. Yeah, sorry. Hyperion. Man. Wow, the art is just so good. Yes, please, Marvel, you should have told us how good this would be.
Yes.
My only frustration is Marvel is not hyping it up for how epic this story is. It doesn't disappoint. It's a great ending. It's a great cliffhangers, teasers, setting us up for what could possibly be. They're moving around I wonder, like, the Starbrand's been a baby for so long. Now it's like an angry, raging baby. I get it. That was kind of a Scrappy-Doo annoying a little bit, but hopefully we get a little more character development there.
Yes.
And just, yes, 100 times yes. If you haven't read Heroes Reborn, go pick up all the back issues you can find and read them. It's so good.
Yes.
It's hands down, in my opinion, the best Marvel series we've had in a long time. Better than King in Black.
Yes.
I know that's tough to say.
No, it's damn true. It is damn true.
Better than Absolute Carnage.
Yes.
Better than what other crap Marvels are trying to push on us for the last year or so. This is so good.
I would say it's been like House and Powers and this. These have been like the...
Yep, House of X, Powers of X, and then this is probably, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Stunningly good. Okay, Reptilian.
Batman Reptilian. So I want to show this real quick. This is Liam Sharp, 1993.
Oh, man, you found that?
I found that. Liam Sharp, 1993. And this is Liam Sharp, 2021. When you look at the interior art in this,
it's stunning.
It is amazing how much his art has changed and grown. So I'll get back to his art real quick. But The cover is fantastic. I love the 1 in 25 by Bill Sienkiewicz. I wish you had gotten that one, but you didn't get it.
We probably sold them all.
Oh, okay. So Liam Sharp, to me, he is Zeus at this point, and every other artist is a human being beneath him, worshiping his power.
Yeah,
he's achieved, God level. He is, yeah.
These are painted.
Yes,
he painted the interiors of this.
God level, seriously,
stunning.
So the opening was a bit odd. I don't see Batman doing what he did, but it's very out of character. But then again, he brings it up later.
And he said, "Keep you guessing."
Yes, and
super out of character.
But we learned it later on in the comic. Characters are doing things out of character, and then I
think it has to do with like reptilian brain type of thing. Like I instantly thought this was going to be about him fighting. What's his face?
Killer Croc.
Killer Croc.
Yeah, not even brought up at all.
That's what I thought it was.
Yeah,
and I kept waiting for a Killer Croc to show up.
There's no reptiles brought up at all in this.
None at all. But people are acting reptile brain, and you can see it, and it's like, wow, this is such a deep, great story.
Yes, but enjoy it for the art. I mean, how he draws Batman in this. I mean, it's kind of like reading Arkham Asylum at dialed up to 11.
Yes. I agree. Good analogy. Yeah, dialed up to a 15. It's
15,
super.
Yes.
It's like epic. Super good.
Yes.
Okay, and last one. No surprise for me here.
Marvel Voices.
Shut your mouth. Stray Dogs.
Stray Dogs, number 5.
So we've already raved about the Spawn universe. It ties together probably from Spawn 300 till now. It kind of wraps up a bunch of stuff. I felt like Plague Spawn and Omega Spawn were kind of just like there. You should understand the purpose for them. And again, huge key, at least 2 first appearances of new bad guys. Sorry, I'm on burpee all of a sudden. At least 2 new first appearances of bad guys. Humongous key. You have to get this. I picked the medieval Spawn cover. I just super solid. Man, the colors on this nailed it.
Another great Campbell cover. He did some great covers for this.
You got to get Spawn Universe, guys. You just have to get it. Get some graded. You got to send them in to get them graded. This is going to be a key for a long time. So jump on it now before it goes up to 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks raw, $100 graded. Jump on it now.
Stray Dogs. Number 5.
You got the horror cover?
Yes, because when Kyle and I interviewed Trish Forstner, the artist of this, on our channel, Comics Lead on YouTube.
You can find it on the channel.
Yep. Trish told us how long it took.
Put a card.
Yeah. Trish told us how long it took for this cover to get made. This was actually painted.
Wow.
Yes. And so the conclusion of the story, what she told me, I'm like, wait, what? This is like a what's that Bob Ross painting? It's crazy. Look at that.
I'll take it out. So while you talk
about some happy trees back there in the background. The conclusion of the story, wow, it got me, and it got me good. Hannah,
did you cry?
Hannah saw me. She's like, "Are you crying?" I'm like, "No, I'm not crying.
Like,
It's
no.
allergies. It's allergies."
No, shut up.
It got me. So this was one comic I'm glad I took the chance on picking up because I loved every single panel of this. It's so funny, the comics you think you'll hate, but wind up loving.
I thought I was going to hate this. That's for me.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to hate Stray Dogs. I was like, ugh, a comic about dogs. Here we go.
Yes. This will go down, I believe, as best miniseries of the year. I'm saying it now. Best miniseries of the year.
It could. It's super good. It's super good. Blown away by it.
Yeah. I cannot wait for Free Comic Book Day when we get the origin of the Master and that.
And there's another series of this coming out. They tease it in the back. So super excited about it. Congrats to the team who put that together. Super good.
Trish, we love your work.
Super good.
Need to get you, Tony, and Tone on the show to interview all you guys.
Yeah, super good.
Yeah.
So, man, we could rave, but there we go. So thank you so much, guys. We're 30 minutes into this one. So to win all my picks, you got to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment your like number. If you don't comment your like number, we're not going to know what your like number was, and you're not going to win. So
we're going to spend forever trying to find those comments and having to keep redoing them. Oh, that's a 9.6. We're still good.
You're still getting that one. We don't have extra copies to spare. No, I'll replace it. So anyway, here you go, guys. Thanks for watching again. I believe we got a mystery box coming out this week. Very excited for it. It's going to be a Naughty and Nice, Hardly Thin ladies on comics, not a mystery box for the ladies. Your wives won't like it, but you're going to love it. So it's going to be a great mystery box. Looking forward to that. And
Merc Magazine, last 24 hours.
Yes, Merc is ended, or is it still
There's still 20 hours to go.
20 hours to go. Refresh that real quick. 20 hours to go on the Merc Magazine. I'm wearing my Miss Meow t-shirt. So we hit 50,000, which means everybody's getting a lanyard now. So go in there, get your pledge in. The link will be in the description below. And thanks for the support, guys. You're enabling us to keep doing this awesome stuff. And we'll see you soon. But you know what to do. Buy what you like. Collect what you want. Don't listen to the haters. We'll see you next time.